Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the You Don't Know Ball channel. We are recording live right now in my basement, and we're looking to talk some good football. There was a fun week last week, and I think there's some interesting games this week. We're gonna give you a little bit of a preview on the big ones because we're gonna read between the lines. We're gonna let everybody know what we think, and we have some knowledgeable takes. So I'm excited to see what we're about to say.
I love that you said interesting games this week. Like they're not all just like a horrible. It's like such a bad slate.
That was my best sell.
Yeah.
Interesting.
There's no selling this to me.
And he did say last week was fun. I didn't have
last
fun
week was
last
I didn't have any fun last week.
Oh, I had a great time.
Just because of Bills Chiefs. That's it.
That's all I need.
But
Man.
325 NFL really
It was just that
laid an egg with that.
Yeah.
See, when the Bills and Chiefs play each other, that can last me like a whole month of football. When I'm watching pure top of the tier game
That's
going on,
true.
it's just like, damn, I'm satisfied. I'm
That's-
still satisfied.
Yeah.
And now the Bills aren't playing this week, and
Kind of sad.
shit.
No, it left me satisfied last week.
What's that?
First half Broncos.
Money line?
No, I don't know. Just Russell's
the
cooking.
first half.
10 for 10.
Just the first
He tricked
half,
you. He did the preparations, but he forgot to put it in the oven.
Yeah, low key he did prepare, but he didn't. That's like when you put the food in the oven and then don't turn it on, and then you check 30 minutes later and that bitch is
And
still
you're
cold.
sad, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that sounds like me every time I do my laundry.
And then you're like,
Placed in there, I look back. Why the fuck is this not wet?
okay, I've never not turned the laundry on.
I
Yeah,
have.
Yeah, I
that's
don't
just
think
me.
I've done that.
Oh, well, yikes. That's just
Yeah,
me.
you're the only one on that side.
All right, well, let's get
Uh-oh.
past all this
Losing it.
stuff. So, doing this a little bit different this week. We are going to do the top 5 games for week 7. Week 7. I have 6 on my sheet. That is incorrect. All right, we're going to go 5 to 1. The 5th best game for this week is the New York Giants against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Let's give our picks. Hunter, why don't you start us off?
So I have New York winning this game, but I feel like it's going to be a lot closer than people think. That's the thing is like, I really don't know what people are thinking for this game. Like, I feel like most people will ride with the Giants because of the record, but the Jags, like, they're a team that could compete with really anyone if they decide to show up that week. And I feel like the Giants might be riding a little bit high. The Jaguars can see that and may prepare in a way where it's like if the Giants aren't, if they're coasting on that momentum, the Jags are going to come in and maybe take a win away from them.
I'm doing a live flipperoonie.
Ooh, those are fun.
I'm switching to Jacksonville. I have the Giants on our spreadsheet.
Ooh.
But this is just kind of what Dobbs was saying with Cooper Rush, like lightning striking in a bottle. How long can the Giants get away with this shit? Seriously. So I need someone to tell me because like it's okay football, but it's not like eye-popping.
Do you think they're stealing games?
Last week they stole one.
Okay,
Actually, no, they didn't steal one. Lamar gave it to them.
let me ask you this because I heard this point today. So, do you think the Giants, do you think they deserve this 5-1 record or no? Do you think they should have less? Because I have a question based on your answer.
I'm going to say they should have less.
Okay.
wins.
I would say I would disagree strictly off the basis of they're not built for flashy big plays. They're built to stick around and just execute on what they know and then force the other team to make mistakes and capitalize on those. They're not trying to win outright by, overpowering the other team. They're just trying to capitalize on the other team's mistakes. And I think they've done that every single game, and that's why they're fighting.
No, yeah, I was going to say like they play every last minute of football in every game.
Yep.
It's down to the wire. I mean, they're going to play their hardest every time, and that's a credit to the coaching staff. But man, I just can't. I can't find myself giving
I get
them
that,
another
yeah.
one. Like it's so hard. Like the offense is bland.
Yeah.
Is that okay to say? Bland.
Vanilla.
I think that's the perfect word.
It's like-
it is very vanilla.
It's not like big plays or anything. It's just getting the job done. So like,
he said it. It's
It-
just getting the job done.
like yeah, that's what the Giants are. They're just getting it done. And I'm not sure how long I can keep up with these guys.
All right, so here I think I know Connor will love this point. Because I got to spit some right here. The Giants, they're not flashy, but they have the two things that I say. I think we all agree. Every offense, you just need it to be super successful. Like Andrew Thomas this year. Come on, man. Andrew Thomas is the best tackle in the league this year. He's playing like Trent Williams last year. Not as good as Trent last year. I mean, he seriously is dominating this year. And then you got Daniel Bellinger, the rookie. If only Dylan was here. Dylan gave him a shout out like a week or two ago. He's right, though, because Daniel Bellinger's been balling this year. In his rookie year, you normally don't have tight ends come out looking like this. And that's the thing. I say every great team, you got to have a good blind side and you got to have a good tight end. Hey, they got the base formula, which is encouraging because now you just got to fill out the rest. Underwhelming, obviously. But like you said, they're just getting it done. And there's nothing about the Jaguars defense that really concerns me too much besides Josh Allen. And that's the thing, though. It's like Daniel Jones has been tweaking this year like we're used to in the past. He's been getting the ball when he needs to. The Dable effect, at least as far as that is concerned, is real. And it's just, I don't know. It's not like you guys said, the Jaguars totally have a chance, but I just see the Giants sneaking out another one. I think it's exactly just sneaking it out.
Going into New York. Dobbs loves the Big Apple. And I like to see it.
The Big Apple.
Are
Big
they-
Apple kind of guy.
Yummy.
Shout out to my
apples.
Yankees.
Big Apple for a giant person / team football. You know what I'm going for.
I'm
But
so
let's get past
confused.
that with all these.
It's actually they're going
Nuances.
into Jacksonville.
I know, but Dobbs is
Okay.
in New York.
Yeah, my mind is in New York for the Yankees, so he's low-key
His
spitting.
pick. Yeah, his pick. Exactly. I do want to answer Hunter's question quick because the question is deserve the wins that they have.
Yeah.
And the way I look at it, the talent on that team, they are not supposed to win 5 games.
No.
And that's the thing is that you look at the other teams that are way more talented. Other teams that are more talented deserve the wins. I think this is the week that it catches up to the Giants because they don't have the horses and they're playing a team that I think has been on the wrong side of variance. The Jags play good football. They just get unlucky at times and they end up losing the games themselves. Sooner or later, that'll come around, catch up to them. You got a good coach. Lawrence is playing well. And I think that the offensive scheme that Jacksonville runs is going to do really well against the Giants because the Giants run a lot of man. And Trevor Lawrence is great at finding an open guy against man and just hitting a receiver in stride. I think the Jags take this one as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's all I have to say on it. But I mean, I feel like we're all are thinking the same thing. It's going to catch up to the Giants sooner or later.
Yeah, I would agree. I think the Jags are the more talented team. But something I do want to point out, just to go back to the Giants really quickly. Giants are currently 5-1. Their next 5 games, Jags, Seahawks, Texans, Lions, Cowboys. And then after that, they got the Commanders. Realistically, they could go through that and pick up 2 losses?
Yep.
So they're 10-3? That's
It's-
disgusting.
Damn.
It's realistic, but I
Don't
think
even
that's
say that.
they're tricking us like we're saying. So it's like they're probably going to lose a few that we think they should win now.
Yeah.
It is.
I bet you they lose that
It's going to
Seahawks
catch
game.
up.
I
but
was
I
thinking
just-
the same.
I
don't
bet
think
you
it's
they
this
lose that
week.
Seahawks game.
I bet the Lions can come in and win.
Yeah, they
you
could.
never know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
don't
I
it's
think
this
that
week.
Seahawks game will be tricky for them because if Gino's still playing at a high level, then I think DK and Lockett will give them some fits.
Exactly. I agree. All right. So that was the 5th best game this week. We are now counting down to the 4th best game this week. We've got a surprise team on here because everybody hates watching them. They've been on primetime a lot. But the 4th best game for this week is the New York Jets going in to Denver and playing the Broncos. I want to say puke, but at the same time,
No, it's the Hot Jets. Don't say
it's
that.
the Hot Jets.
the
That's
Hot
what I'm
Jets.
saying.
I'm over here
One
hyping up the
side-
Hot Jets to the camera. We can't say the Hot Jets, baby.
One side, so excited for. Other side, could care less to see again. Why don't we give our picks, Hunter?
Hot Jets, let's fly. No, I'm just kidding.
Take
no,
off.
I'm riding with the Broncos again.
What?
He's got to stay with it.
I have to. I honestly think the Jets can come in and spank them, but this is the way I view the game. The Broncos are really, really. I never thought the Broncos were going to be like these strong competitors this year, but I feel like it was a well-known assumption that most people thought they would be better. So the way I see this is going into week 7. This is really going to I feel like for both the Jets and the Broncos going to kind of decide where their season kind of goes. I feel like if the Jets lose, they're still going to fight, but they're kind of riding high right now. And if they can capitalize on that now with a Broncos team where Russ is supposedly injured, I don't know. I feel like it can help them later throughout the season. The Broncos, if they lose, I already feel like that locker room is thin, just in terms of like chemistry and trust. I think the relationship with Hackett is not great. And I feel like if you lose to a team who has, regardless if they're doing well, historically been not a good team, I feel like that just puts a strain on the whole team more than it would in any normal situation.
Essentially, there's more at stake for the Broncos
Pretty
in this
much,
game,
yeah.
so they should come out and play the hardest.
I hate my pick here. I don't
What'd
like
you take?
I took the Jets. I took the Jets, but I don't like it.
Ooh.
Why not?
2 road games? That's hard to do.
Russ and Hackett?
And going into Lambeau and then coming into Denver, that's pretty tough to do. I'm going to take them solely because I absolutely hate what I'm seeing from the Broncos. Nothing cool to me stands out. Receivers, great on paper, suck on the field. Running backs, depleted, not good. Melvin was benched last week and now he's starting. That just screams coaching dysfunction. Why? Why does he get to start this week but doesn't play a couple snaps? I know he was a little bit banged up, but he looked pretty pissed on the sideline when they kept showing him.
He was upset
pouting
after the interview.
Yeah, and he was very upset. But like that,
I didn't see this interview. We actually have to
Like,
talk about this afterwards.
and Russ having 15 yards in the second half in overtime is absolutely mind-boggling because, oh my Lord, that is actually, you actually have to try your hardest to do that. Like, and he successfully succeeded. It worries me. Like they seem like they were in trouble. So I guess I'm going Jets. I don't know. And I'm gonna, for the Jets side of things, I think it's very comparable to Daniel Jones. Him and Zach Wilson, they're just getting it done.
This guy
it's-
doesn't get it.
it's-
in a sense, I
it's
know
not
what you're
like-
saying.
I'm joking.
I know what
but-
you're
It's
saying.
not flashy.
I know
It's-
what you're saying. Yeah.
Numbers aren't great. It's just making the plays that are there. Like, I don't know. It's just there. He had 28 pass yards at half last week. It ain't good. Nothing's good from that. Like, so I don't know. And one last thing, get Garrett Wilson the damn ball.
Facts.
Prob-
Flacco did it.
Probably
Wilson should.
your most skilled player. Him and Brees Hall, 2 rookies, probably their best offensive players.
Yeah, and they got the best defensive players of rookie too.
Their team is
Right?
actually disgusting.
That's what I'm saying. So like, I don't know. Get your best players the ball.
All right, Dabs, the floor is yours.
That's why they're a fun team, though. And no, I just wanted to piggyback off the one thing you said because it was really true. And I think this is kind of what sums up the Broncos season to me right now. Because I don't remember who it was. I wish I could give them credit. Someone on Twitter made a great point. They were saying was basically, look, man, Nathaniel Hackett was giving Melvin Gordon a bunch of touches when Javonte Williams was his counterpart. But now, I love Latavius, y'all. I love me some Latavius Murray. But dude, now Melvin Gordon is getting shut out of carries. This guy, and look, this is where it's crazy because I know this shit is funny and it is funny, but that clip where he said he snuck in to be a head coach, where we were fucking like week 1, where we were like, yeah, that's funny shit, but like we weren't taking it like seriously. I think that's actually a serious clip. Like I think he genuinely knows this is the first time in history someone had walked in, finessed a head coaching job, and admitted it because he knew how much he was gonna fucking suck. Like I actually think he's like he was like, fuck it, I got the bag, and even if it's just 1 year, this is a way bigger bag than being any other coach. He'd be an idiot to decline it. It's like this man actually finessed the bag. Nathaniel Hackett,
Yeah.
the fucking thief. Like shout out to him, bro. He's a fucking world class. He like what him and Floyd Mayweather are competing. They said legal bank robbery. Floyd's got some fucking competition, bro, because Nathaniel Hackett is right there with him.
Absolutely. I mean, he's got to be a one and done for me. But-
Honestly, the fact that they even are still riding with him, given because this roster and what we're seeing, it's a shit show. Like I don't want to say I don't hate the Broncos at all. I like they're a great organization, but I hate what I'm seeing this year. This is like it's TV malpractice. Everything about it. Like get them the fuck off of me. Like just get them off the primetime games. Like it's just a whole joke this year, and I don't even know where to get started because Russ is cooking burnt dinners. But shout out to the Hot Jets, man.
Shout out to the Jets.
Before you go,
Mhm.
I just want to say, like, the Broncos, like, the defense is playing at a crazy level.
He's very good.
Sertan
Is him.
is most definitely that guy. Like, no doubt, Mike Williams was a ghost Monday night. I could not find him. I literally, like spooky, like, boo. Like, I'm here in front of
Halloween episode.
I could not see. I didn't see him. I didn't see him once. It was really weird to see.
No, you're right.
Baron Browning's playing well. They untapped something, moving him to
Mhm.
D-line. Shout out OSU.
Yep.
I mean, Chubb's playing well. Like Josie Jewell's playing well. Shout
Yeah,
out Iowa. So
right?
like they're playing great football.
If they weren't, what would the
If they
record
were not
be?
playing great, they would be probably
They don't
no
have a win.
wins.
No win.
Probably
Actually-
no wins.
I actually have a really good point off
So
of that.
that's all I wanted to say. And then you go ahead.
No,
and
you're
then
because
to
you're
Connor.
spitting about Baron Browning because remember I don't know if y'all remember this, but I remember I sent it because I believe it was this season when they switched him, right? Like it was this
Yeah.
preseason.
Yep.
I sent it like right when I seen it in training camp that they're playing him at outside linebacker this year, and I was like, "Hey, yo, look, he's gonna be off the edge." I don't know if y'all remember that because it was just like a very brief thing, like in the summer. But I thought the reason I even was interested to send it is because I'm thinking to myself like, "Hey, yo, is putting twitchy fast middle linebackers off the edge the new wave?" Because that's Micah Parsons.
Yep.
That's him. It's the same concept. You're just putting a twitchy, freaky athlete off the edge. And they're just relying on athleticism to get there. Really, like obviously they have some moves and shit, but generally the 90 percentile of their strength of pass rushing is that they have the way faster get off than the 320-pound dude that they're rushing against. And hey, man, this might be a trend. This might be a trend for like the next decade, forever, like in the draft.
No, you're right though, because playing inside, you got to be fast. And so if you can translate that to rushing the passer, if you're a good rushing the passer guy at the middle linebacker, you damn sure can play outside linebacker.
Because I never thought when he was in college, it's like I never thought Baron Browning was going to be an edge guy. So it's like
he played stand-up linebacker, and I can tell you right now he wasn't very good at it.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't very
And that's
good.
why he didn't play in Denver. And that's why Josie Jewell's playing over him.
And
He was
then they
not
moved
athletic
and
linebacker.
they moved him and
It worked out.
worked out wonders.
All right, I'm gonna keep my stuff quick. Dobbs, that point about Melvin Gordon getting touches. I literally was watching the game live, and I'm like, so you're gonna give Melvin Gordon touches when you have Javonte Williams, the better back, but then when Javonte's gone, you're not gonna give Melvin Gordon touches? How the hell does that make any sense? Move on from that.
I
Whatever.
honestly believe last point. I honestly believe they hired Hackett to get Rodgers, and then when they didn't, they just traded for Russ. And I
Wow.
don't think
That was in my mind.
I just don't
too.
think it works.
Great point.
so. I feel like
That's
they
fantastic.
kind of like when that happened, they were kind of like, oh, we're kind of fucked this year.
Hunter, you might have just done something.
Yo,
'cause that
because
did
nobody's
not even,
brought that up.
Not even
Yeah.
past my
No,
mind.
I was thinking that too. I was like, did you shit?
I swear they probably did that.
I think
Hackett
right.
does seem like someone Rodgers would low-key get along with very well.
Well,
and where Rodgers would like.
I feel like it
manage
was because Rodgers could control everything then.
Mm-hmm.
Because you really think it was Hackett? No, that was definitely Rodgers. So you bring Rodgers, his coach. Rodgers runs the offense. He can do whatever he wants. His new team, pay him a fucking shit ton of money.
That's really cool. He's doing the ayahuasca. I'm sure that's legal in Denver.
Yeah, everything's legal out there.
One last
This
point
is-
I'm going to say about this game. We'll move on. The Jets defense, I'm going to say right now, they're playing the best in the league. Quinnen Williams is the best defensive interior right now. Sauce Gardner is one of the best corners in the league. DJ Reader's playing awesome on the other side. Salah's got
Reed.
him going. Jared Reed?
DJ Reed.
DJ.
But
Did I
you
say
said-
DJ Reader? Oh, woo.
That's a big boy.
I got the
Mixing
big
the
boys on
bagels
my
up.
mind. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know how I am. I'm a big boy guy. But yeah, this Jets defense is awesome. And the thing about the Broncos is like the only way they're going to score without Javonte is the production from the outside from their receivers. And when you got two locks on the corners, it's over. Denver team total under whatever it is. All right, let's move on. Our third best game from this week is going to be Indy at Tennessee. We've already seen them this year.
Mm-hmm.
And the Titans won for, I think, like the fourth time in a row. So let's go down the board. Who are we picking?
So I am going to do a live flipperoonie as well. So I had India first, but then I remember I actually went to this game
You did.
and it just like didn't even look close. Like the game was close, but like you could just tell like Tennessee like was physically dominating them. So I was going to go with Indy because Matt Ryan is second in the league in passing yards. Is that not crazy?
That boy throwing.
That's insane.
It speaks to the fact
Matt-
that touchdown volume is not the same as yard volume.
The king of having ridiculous stats and not doing anything. But anyway, I don't know. They just had a great game. They have JT back apparently, but King Henry is going to take care of this.
Hey.
Yeah.
This
well,
guy gets it.
Well, I have to continue to it's like with the Bears kind of. I have to take Indy because I was put out into the world that I thought they were going to be a good team, and
Forced.
I really need them to be still, but I think they take this one. It's hard to beat a team twice.
Mhm.
I mean, like that's like a written rule in the NFL. It's very hard to do that. Indy did look pretty good last week.
Yeah.
It was okay.
Better.
Like they looked pretty compared to that Thursday night game.
Way better.
Probably 100 times better. And JT should be back. Hopefully he gets going because I have yet to see him do much. The O-line did play a little bit better last week. I don't think Matt Ryan was sacked. But every time he does get hit, it looks like he's going to die. I feel very bad for him because it looks like it just hurts. Like obviously it hurts. They're grown men. Yes.
But
to him,
that's
it
a
looks,
senior citizen.
It looks like it hurts like a lot more than others. But I just think Indy takes this one because hard to beat a team twice.
Okay, so I agree with you completely in a lot of circumstances where it's very hard to beat a team twice, but this is one of those situations where it really does feel like, and I'll give it's just like Shanahan and McVay. It feels like Vrabel has just got Reich's number and he's not going to let go. And I just like Hunter said, like recently when they play him, it just doesn't feel close. And I don't know if this makes sense because this is going to sound blasphemous if you didn't watch any football this year and you only watch football you know what I'm saying? But like, it's almost like the way JT's playing this year, does him coming back just throw them out of rhythm? Because Matt Ryan and Boone had some weird connection going on. Like, I don't know why, but like they did. And it's like, they're going to obviously feel like obligated to force him into the game plan and give him a touch. And if he doesn't produce on those touches, which is what's been the story all year long, because the O-line's been playing like shit, I feel like this is one of those games 3 out of 4 times Tennessee's going to take. Indy has a chance for sure. They always got a fighter's chance against anybody, but I don't know. I just feel like Tennessee's got their number.
Interesting thing again before you go, I did see it was 2 weeks ago. I think I might have said it on the pod, but it was interesting to see like fantasy wise. Through 4 weeks last year, JT was the 22nd running back, and through this year he's the 22nd running back. I know fantasy and like football are way different, like real football are different things, but like maybe he's a guy that gets going later in the season when they need him to.
I agree.
And guess what? That was the time. They need him to get going.
No, I think that's a fantastic point because last year I felt like they were almost limiting his work like limiting his touches in the early part of the season just to keep him fresh. But like now they really don't have that luxury because they're not winning games. So I do think they're going to start feeding him a little bit more. The reason I'm going to be taking the Titans is because I think such an underrated point in this Colts season so far, Shaquille Leonard has not been playing at all. And when you're going up against a running back like Derrick Henry in an offense that is similar to the way that the Titans run, you want your best player in the field, and he's their best defensive player. Haven't had him all year. If he doesn't play this week, I don't see a way that Indy's going to win this game. But, it's all contingent on one player, which is weird for me to say for a defensive guy because I don't think that they impact the game as much as a receiver, a quarterback, or left tackle and whatnot. But I also do want to say the Colts offensive line's been struggling. Quentin Nelson's been playing well. And Jeffrey Simmons might be one of the best defensive players in the league right now. He looks like prime Aaron Donald. So that's going to be an interesting aspect to see of this game because I know he's going to impact it in some ways. It's just going to have to come down on third downs and big plays, which we're going to see if that happens or not. All right, but we're going to move on to the second best game of this week, another divisional matchup. We got Cleveland heading into Baltimore to play the controversial Ravens. We got a lot of noise about them lately. Let's see what everybody's picking.
I picked Baltimore, but I don't know. Like, I really don't have anything to say beyond that. Like, Baltimore should be winning these games. They're not. The Browns look good and then they don't. Like, this is like the reason this game is so mid that it's not mid, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a divisional game, so it matters.
Right.
But like, I don't think it's going to be like, I don't know. This game is so weird to me.
Weird vibes.
Weird vibes of the week.
For sure.
Weird vibes of the week.
Games of the week.
That's all I got.
This definitely is claiming weird vibes.
I just had to do something real quick. But
What'd you cook up there?
I wasn't. It's not like really cooking up, but
Okay.
kind of. I don't know. But I got to take Baltimore here. Cleveland's defense is downright atrocious.
How?
I don't know how. They have all the names, all the big players. Like they were pretty good last year, if I remember correctly. But this year, I just don't know what it is. Is the D coordinator? I think it's Joe Barry there. I'm not sure. They got to figure it out. But I really want to talk about the Ravens because it is getting kind of scary.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's getting scary for Harbaugh in general because you simply cannot keep getting these leads and blowing them. You just can't. Like, how bad does that look in the locker room? Like, yeah, I know the players have to perform, but like coaches have to get you ready. And then this is where I wanted to go to Marlon Humphrey. He tweeted, I believe it was the game after the game on Sunday.
I saw this.
He said, insanity, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Albert Einstein. What a pretty interesting time to tweet that. Huh. It's like you're getting the lead and then you lose it every game. Oh, that's weird. You could tie that in there somewhere. But I'm not trying to start a headline or anything. But, like, what is going on? Like, Harbaugh keeps doing this. What do they do?
Is there a chance they lose him after this
That's
year?
what I was thinking. What
Is there a
do
chance
do?
they lose him and Lamar?
There's a good chance that happens. Yes, I think it's a high chance right now.
That would
The way it's right now, the way they're playing, and the way it's going, like that's bad. Because I kind of talked about the Lamar in the Giants game last week. I'm not. I really don't know what he was doing. I don't know.
trying to
Because
make a play.
That's when you don't want to make a play.
Yeah,
Just
no.
throw the ball out, make Daniel Jones drive 80 yards and get a field goal, whatever, tied up, score a touchdown. Maybe you make some plays. I don't know. That was bad from him, and he's got to play better.
So I'm thinking, I'm the same as you guys. It's like where I got to take Baltimore, but then same as Hunter said, it's just and it's, we all agree the Ravens just are giving us no reason to actually believe in them past 3 quarters. They get right there, they play a great game, but it doesn't seem to matter. But that's exactly why they got to win this one. You could say this, but that's why it feels terribly weird. It's why it's weird vibes because then again, it's the same exact situation for the Browns. These are 2 teams that should be in better positions. They're both not. Something's got to give. But she just, right now, you feel like Baltimore's a better team. And to your point, Tyler, it's more just for me, like you said, Cleveland's defense is just absolutely atrocious. And it's like, here's the weird part. It's atrocious in guys that we thought were going to make big jumps this year, that a lot of guys that you thought were already elite defenders that are getting, in a way, exposed. And it's just a whole funky, this game is just real weird vibes. But I got it. If it comes down to one thing, it's just that I got to take Lamar when their backs are against the wall. I'm going to take Lamar over Jacoby. I'll love the Jacoby, but I guess that's just what I'm going to say it comes down to for me.
And this line is pretty weird. Ravens are favored by 6.5. At least that's what the score.
6.5.
That's what the score app says, which is pretty weird. I thought it'd be a closer game.
Any running backs questionable for the Browns?
I don't believe so.
No, they're both fine.
No, I think they're
Chubb
both
may have well been questionable last week. They didn't use him at all,
Same
right?
with Kareem. They combined.
Vegas
for
knows
less than
something we
10.
don't, man.
Yeah, let's just give the backup quarterback all the snaps when we have the best rushers in the fucking league.
Yeah, Chubb had 12 carries for 56, and Hunt had 4 carries for 12.
Galaxy brain, Kevin Stefanski.
I was going to say, well, since we were talking about, like, I don't want to say hot seat, but yeah, like we're talking about coaches that are in a weird situation. I mean, hey, Stefanski, I know a Cleveland fan personally who I never thought he'd be saying where he's that kind of confused about.
You know one?
I definitely do. Shout out Bucks, man. But no, it's like I honestly think I think Cleveland fans are kind of doing the same thing where it's like, how many more times is this dude gonna sell a game before I start to question him? And like, weird situation. This is a weird vibe game.
Connor, before you go, I don't know why I had this thought, but like maybe it's because they both like coach orange teams. But like Zach Taylor and Kevin Stefanski, like they kind of look like cousins. Like kind of cousins.
Oh, they kind of do.
And they coach kind of shitty.
Their brains
Did you
connect.
expose something to the
Oh my
media?
God.
Did you just
Their
hold on, let's
brains
take a-
connect Cincinnati to
Cleveland? Oh my God, they're both in Ohio.
Yeah, they're both in
The
Ohio.
NFL cloned them.
It's like
Yeah, wait a minute. No, we exposed this.
It comes-
the real
it
secret.
comes together.
I
It's
like Stefanski though.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
Actually, I like him a lot. He does cook up.
He's a cool
pretty well.
guy.
But
I
it's just
them
like-
too,
yeah.
but like results speak louder than that's
Once
this
week
is a shitty
11
situation.
comes or week 13, we'll see.
I feel like this is a game where something's going to give for one of these fan bases in this game. That's not that both these coaches can redeem themselves, but somebody's fan base is going to that kind of hate their coach after this week.
Yeah.
I am taking Baltimore, but the more I think about it, the more I want to take Cleveland. both teams have bad defenses. Both teams can run the ball and move the ball pretty efficiently. I could see the over-hitting this game.
Really?
Yeah.
Think so?
Well, the last couple of matchups,
Were
it's
they high?
been 24-22, 10-16. But those two games last year, both teams weren't like
Healthy, right?
or like really playing good football. Before that, they had a 42-47 game. That was the
The crazy
the
Monday
crazy
night one where Lamar had to
fumble
go to
or
the
something.
bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lamar took a shit in half.
my.
Yeah, and then everyone was blowing up because they tried doing the pitchy woo woo back to everyone to score, and they let up a safety, and that covered the spread for the Ravens.
Yep, it was that game.
I remember that like it was yesterday.
Not another one of those.
Because
I could see
I
another.
refreshed Twitter so many times. and,
Uh-oh.
dude, everyone was up in flames about that.
Everybody
safety.
and their mama.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
My version was the Steelers safety this year. Like, dude, you guys did not want to see me that night.
All right. We have the best game of this week upcoming right now. Obviously, Kansas City's a part of it because Buffalo's on a bye. So we got Kansas City going into San Fran. Best game of the week. This is the one you turn your television on. Maybe you stop Red Zone if you ain't got no fantasy implications. Let's just start with Hunter.
Honestly, I kind of think the Chiefs smoke them. I just don't like San Fran. Like, I just don't see it with them. Like, in my opinion, you're just watching San Fran with Jimmy G from however many years they had him. It's the same team. Like, what do you want differently? And my thing is, you think the Chiefs, being a smart team that they aren't going to recognize that? You think they're
Right.
not going to look at Jimmy G and be like, okay, we've played this guy before, but they've definitely played him before.
Super Bowl
Yeah.
matchup.
Oh, yeah. Duh,
Come
what the
on.
fuck? Yeah, that was cap. Anyway,
That was a while ago.
I just feel like you look at him and they're like, well, what really can they expand in his game? How much different can they do with the run game?
That's a good point.
They've seen this before. Trey Lance, completely different. I still think they would have won, but at least you can do different things. Chiefs know what they're doing against his team. I think the Chiefs win. I mean, I'm not going to say 7, but they definitely win by a
What's
field
the
goal.
spread?
2.5.
I think that's a nice line.
Give me the Chiefs all day on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't. Yeah, I think the Chiefs should kill them
Mhm.
coming off a loss. I mean, I know Niners are coming off a loss as well. You got to go to Levi Stadium, but I'm looking at the injury report now for the Niners. The whole team might as well be on this bitch.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Every last one of them might as well be here. Trent Williams, Jimmy Ward, Jason Verrett out for the year, or Pup. Eric Armstead questionable. So most of these guys are questionable. Mosley's out for the year.
Is McGlinchey hurt too?
McClinchley is on the sheet, questionable
Yep.
with a calf.
Yep.
Charvarius Ward questionable. Dick Bosa questionable. Javon
Jesus.
Kinlaw IR. Like, there's so many things that just aren't going right for them, and I just think the Chiefs steamroll them, especially after last week's loss, a close loss at the end. I think Mahomes turns it up, and Tufanga, I believe he's out.
He's a dog.
I believe he has a concussion. I believe he's out, and that just does wonders.
They got Fred Warner and then nobody else.
Yeah, and that's it. Maybe Travarius Ward. Maybe if he's playing, like
Yeah.
all these guys are up in the air to play. Give me the Chiefs.
Yeah, see, was not aware of how bad the Niners' injury report was until just now. Now that I know, the Chiefs should honestly kill him. I was not going to say that. I had a whole different spiel before this, but but hey, D'Amico Ryan putting together fire just every single week. That defense is coming to play. But this is going to be, this would be a testament if they can even make this close to this point, because the Chiefs are, like Tyler said, they're all coming off a loss. They're going to be firing on all cylinders. Yeah, they got it. They're going to win by a field goal.
Oh,
At least.
Armstead's out too. I didn't know. It said questionable. I'm like,
I mean, from what we've gathered through you three, it doesn't look like San Fran really has anything going for him. So I'm also going to take Kansas City. I think Kansas City's D-line might feast if the offensive line is looking pretty hurt.
I think that O-line's the interior is still pretty bad, even if McClinchy and Williams
Right.
play, and that's where Chris Jones eats and all the other guys. But
Yeah.
where does
Kyle Shanahan fraud.
Shanna fraud.
It's gonna show at some point. People will begin to understand.
That's your hot take of the day.
No, ain't no hot
Shanna
take.
fraud.
He's not got it done.
The Shanna fraud.
Rams would take the division lead, I believe, by half a game. If the Niners lose.
Yikes.
And the Rams are about to get healthy.
So much for that division being top dog like they were
It's
in
so
the
bad.
past.
This is like the AFC West.
Niners 3-3.
Yeah.
It is. Ew.
Niners 3-3. Rams 3-3. Seahawks 3-3. Cardinals 2-4.
The Cardinals are about to be 2 and
Oh
5.
my God.
Book it. I know you guys are against
So-
Mid FL this year.
All right. Let's
Say it
move
again,
into
Hunter.
the You Don't Know Ball parlay. If you followed us last week, we went 7 for 13. 13 legs is just outrageous. So I don't know what we thought we were doing, but we're doing it a little bit differently this week. You can't make bets as a group on the spot. It just doesn't work that way. You know, obviously the whole parlay wasn't going to hit. So this week we had everybody come up. Well, I guess not Dylan because he's not here, but everybody came up with a bet. We're going to parlay them together, get the odds, throw it down. And I think this is a way better,
It'll work better.
is going to work a lot better. So this is one I would advise you to take and put your money on it. Let's start.
I didn't really like many of the lines this week. And kind of looking at like what we talked about, I really like that Chiefs -2.5. I think it's just the easiest one to go with and the most chance to hit, because like I was looking, unless you guys probably have some good ones too, but just like kind of browsing, I was looking at it, and usually when there's not any good lines, I just don't bet because I'm never gonna force it. The only one I would bet right now personally would be the -2.5. So that's what I would tell people to take because that's what I'm going to take.
I like that.
I'll put it in the bet slip for now.
Aw,
Just so we have a live tally. I'll
That's
put
so
it in.
Oh,
nice of you.
fire.
You're raw.
And see where the numbers
mine
come up at the end.
Mine might not be up yet, but you can go.
Okay.
Oh, it's a Monday. Yeah.
No, it's just a player prop.
Oh, that's interesting.
Spicy.
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 Man, this is so unlike me. You guys know who I am. You know I love those overs. You know I love points. Who doesn't love points? If you love points, then if you don't love points, you hate life. I don't know.
You're very boring.
But I'm going under 38.5 in the Broncos and Jets game. I think this could be ugly.
Great bet.
I
Yeah.
think
38.5.
it's 38.5 right now. I mean, you could even flex it a little bit to like do like 40 just to get to a couple points.
Fantastic bet.
But I'm gonna do 38. Yeah, it's 38 flat, not in a half. But I just don't see Russ putting on the chef cake and cooking. I just don't see it. The Jets defense is playing well, like you hinted on, Connor. They've got a bunch of guys that are playing well. Russ will not be doing that. I think he's cooking up rat shit or something. I'm not sure.
Cooking red.
He has no motion in his
but
whip. He
he-
has just
yeah,
he
Russ
like
is-
He's
the-
whisking with the opposite direction.
And something that I also wanted to
he had
add
way too
in
much flour.
when we talked about this game, that video of Russ trying to dap up the players after the game Monday night.
I thought you were gonna talk about the Subway thing.
No, not that. That's a different day. But
Different
that was
day.
kind of alarming, to say the least. Like everyone was
Yeah.
just like walking by, like kind of just giving him his arm, like their hand, like. There.
Does this go back to the thing that
Here's a
Richard
fake
Sherman and
combo.
KJ Wright were talking about?
And then Marshawn Lynch and Sherman. Did you see that? They said
Yes, I did. No, I do know what you're talking about.
where like his former teammates have to go through his manager to get to him to set up like a
Kind of
phone call.
raw.
That is lame as hell. That is so
I did not
damn.
see that part. No,
Yes,
see, that's,
bro.
I missed
That
it without
is so
that.
gross.
I heard them talking about something, but that was the context that I was missing.
No,
Now I okay.
supposedly he makes former teammates whatever, like they have to go through his manager to set up like a call with him to talk whatever.
He's a busy guy.
That is gross. That is bad. Like, what do you think? Who do you think you are? Actually, I would love to know. Who do you
Super
think
Bowl champion Russell Wilson.
you know,
you are?
actually,
One-time Super Bowl
wanna-
champion,
More than some of those players.
but not even close to the top tier.
All I'm gonna say is, how do you see this and hate?
Because he had 15 passing yards. That's how I hate.
no, like
Only
I,
way is to
can
keep.
can I make a really good point
believing.
about
I
Russ?
don't believe.
No, like
I
actually,
believe.
No, you know what I think? You know what I think's happening, and I think we can all agree with this because, like, let me be like, I'll literally lay it out on the table completely how I'm seeing it, honestly, because we know Russ, man of faith, and that's how he's always been. And hear me out though. I think that what's going on is he's going in that locker room and he's giving them that, that every single week. That's the vibe. That's the speech. Like, we're only the one step away. Have faith. Have trust in each other. Have faith in God. But I think what they're thinking to each other is, and they probably talk about it, and after that, they're probably have faith too, but they're probably saying, hey, man, Russ is making himself this big preacher, he's all lovable.
Yeah.
Everyone. But like you're saying, you got to go through your manager to get to him. He doesn't make any effort to fucking be cool with any of us off the field.
Yeah.
And it's almost like this phony act as far as with his teammates. And I think that's probably what, I'm not even like trying to like make a hot take, but it's almost like just the vibe I'm getting. Like they're like, yeah, you're a big pastor and all this shit off the field, but then we can't even connect with you and you're our team. Like you're supposed to be like, I think that if I was to guess the disconnect, that probably is the disconnect, is that he makes himself to be like the greatest teammate ever, but everyone else is given the indication that he's not really even that good of a teammate.
God complex.
You know, and that's kind of like, and that's not, and your locker room's not going to rock with that at all. And that's just, I could be totally wrong, but that's just how I honestly feel about the situation if I'm looking from the, like outside in.
You know how I want to know how you feel? I want to know how you feel on one of these bets. What you got cooking up for us this week,
Oh,
Dubs?
actually, wait, I think you guys would agree with mine. Mine is nice and simple. Look, Saints Cardinals over a sit at 44. Ew, just because Cardinals don't score points, really. You know, Cliff, that's Nagy with a nice set of hair. And then we got Dennis Allen. I gotta show some love for my mans, I guess. But let's just say, I don't know how much confidence in the Saints offense with how injured we are. We've been playing good with what we have, but now we're even more injured. And I don't know. We might get Olave back this week.
I think he is coming back. I saw.
Okay, that's good.
But I think Jarvis is out, right?
And
Jarvis and Michael.
Wait, is
like what the
bet
fuck
over
are we
or
doing?
under?
I think he's going.
I'm going under.
Oh, it's under.
I'm going
44.
under 44
Okay.
just because it's like, yeah, I really don't think this is. But that's what scares me is whenever I count the Saints out of scoring points, they do some bullshit like the Seahawks game. But I just think looking at the bets like Cardinals, I don't like a lot. And like if I'm speaking from a realistic point of view, the Saints Cardinals probably shouldn't score a lot of points.
No, I don't think so either. I like that bet. And the under has been very profitable this year. So
And,
I like that we
And
got two
Call
of
of
them.
Duty coming out.
Oh,
my goodness.
Oh,
And-
what a fucking.
and
That's great.
uncertainty. I can't fucking speak. Uncertainty with your quarterback situation right now. So
what is going, bro?
Do you guys think
does
D-Hop
Dennis
makes a
Allen think-
difference or no?
Wait, does Dennis Allen think he's Sean Payton?
Well,
Or not Sean Payton. Does he
well,
think
yes.
he's Belichick not naming the starter until the fucking day of? Like, he's literally not naming the starter until tomorrow. Like, what are we doing?
yes, I think D-Hop makes a difference, but I don't think it's like that much of a difference to score 30. Maybe it
Well,
could be
Marshawn
to score 30
playing.
points.
I just threw him in
Yeah,
my fantasy lineup, so he's going to score
Marshawn
4.
isn't playing. Yeah, yes, you're right. So it's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
Sean's not out there.
he's going to score, but I don't have. Sorry, Dabs, I don't have much faith in the Saints to score on a short week. Maybe
That
But,
Cardinals
like, I
receiver
don't- I
room
can't
is
believe you guys are-
ridiculously loaded.
I just can't believe you guys are
Now
favoring
it
the
is,
Cardinals.
Hunter,
Even
I
what
wanted
you've
to
seen
bring that
every
up
week.
though. Like, I always preach to the teams like, your receiving unit is the second most important part of your team besides the quarterback, and the Cardinals are leaning into that. When that unit is healthy, that's D-Hop, Marquise Brown, Robbie Anderson, AJ Green if you want him,
Rondale
and Zach
Moore?
Ertz, Rondale Moore. Like, that is a deep
AJ is your 5th receiver?
Yeah, and D-Hop's still top 10, top 5. Like, he's still that guy. We haven't seen it yet, but hey, he's had a lot of rest.
last year
He's
wasn't
gonna be ready.
great.
He was injured last year a lot.
was.
Was that okay?
And
But
so he had
that's-
the
okay.
PED.
someone once told me
Who is it? Was it QB
your
coach?
It was a QB coach.
your best ability is availability.
Wow. Facts.
That's crazy, except for besides last year, he was wide receiver 4 in PPR the year before, 4 the year before that, 2 the year before that, and 1 the year before
What'd you
that.
say? It was
That
last year?
is insane.
He only played 10 games and he was still PPR 45.
Okay,
That's high
I
for
respect it,
that's
yeah.
minus 7 games.
But now we're digging back into 3 years ago. I don't care about 3 years ago.
Okay.
You know what I care about? Him coming back to my fantasy team.
Yes,
oh,
sir.
boy, we've
I-
been waiting.
I
I'm
do
on a-
have him too.
I'm on a
have-
4-game losing streak right now. I need D-Hop back.
Can I make you guys laugh real quick?
Yeah, I
Please.
can do it.
Please.
I want to hashtag cheese emoji.
In one of my leagues, the receivers I drafted: Keenan Allen,
Ooh.
Terry McLaurin,
Oh,
DJ Moore,
no.
and
Stop it.
I need D-Hop to save me. That's all. Like
Jesus.
that's
Stop it.
I said this earlier in our chat,
You're
but
flexing running backs.
DJ Moore and Kyle Pitts are basically the same fantasy player this year.
100%.
great.
There is a team out there that has them both, which is sad. But let's get into my bet, the last one for the parlay.
Let's hear it. Let's hear
I
it.
love
Let's hear
this
it.
bet. I love it. I haven't even taken it yet, which is just
Oh.
absurd to me. But I don't have much research on this, but I'm fairly certain this has hit every single fucking game. It's got to be 6-0. And it's going to be 7-0 this week. It's Tyreek Hill over on yards. The man put up 170 with the backup with the third string. It don't matter who's throwing him the ball. He's getting it. He's getting 10 catches. He's getting 100 yards easy. And sports books can't put the line at like 110 or 120 because people will just hammer the under. Putting a yardage total on a receiver that's like above 80 is just crazy. So it's not out yet, but I'm assuming it's going to be somewhere around 80 to 90 yards, and it is cashing, maybe even an alt 150 line. Like, seriously.
I heard this
the
crazy
150 is-
stat today that you are going to love, Connor. Tyreek Hill is already the leading receiver in Dolphins history for games over 150 yards with 3.
I heard about that.
That is crazy.
He's played 6 games, and he's already the best receiver Miami's ever seen.
Wait, so it's a quick discussion. Is he the best for like in recent memory? I mean, I'm trying to think.
Everything they gave up was worth it.
For a transition, or for someone transitioning to another team that didn't miss a step. Is there anyone who's done it like Tyreek recently?
D-Hop, but I mean, that's it. That's it.
Like Diop did it for the 1 year.
I feel like Tyreek
you know,
is
it's
more
I
of
guess
like an
Tyreek also has to
impact.
do it for more than 1 year
He
now.
hasn't,
too.
yeah, he hasn't. I feel like D-Hop needs more time to do that. But Tyreek's the best receiver in the league. Like, he just is. He's just a mismatch. He's fast. He's great ball skills. Like, he's underrated even when he's like overrated, you know? Like, even when you're putting Tyreek in your top 5, like, you're still not rating him correctly.
He's
And
one
that's
of our
why
generation's guys.
he is. I'm
Dude,
not gonna get outlandish, but this bet is gonna.
I'm
fucking
betting
cash.
myself backwards to try and help you find this line. I don't know. I don't know where to go.
No line for Tyreek yet.
It'll probably be like 89. I think
It'll be
like
something
89
high.
and a
Yeah.
half.
None of them are up.
Nope, they're not. I mean, I'm sure every sports book is scared shitless because they're like, Tyreek's gone for 150 3 weeks in a row. Where do we set the line?
right,
Where do
so-
you set it?
So to cap it off, we have Chiefs 2.5 as Hunter's bet.
Yep.
Under 38 as my bet. Under 44 as Dobbs' bet. And the Saints Cardinals. My under was Jets Broncos 38. You had Tyreek Hill's over yards. Stay tuned for an update on that.
Mhm.
But as we sit right now, it is plus 581 with R3.
581.
And I imagine it will go to
If you
over
add
plus
in-
1,000 with a minus 110 guy.
Yep.
It's going to be a plus 1,000. Something like that. So stay tuned. We'll release it, I believe.
Yeah.
And you better take it because the boys are trying to make you some money.
I have some ideas for the lay to make this like more fun. Okay.
Okay.
So we could either do it like, what if instead of us all individually betting, we could individually bet it, but I feel like throwing it in together to maximize it.
Oh.
We could do that. And I feel like there should be a punishment. I don't know why someone's calling me. I feel like there should be a punishment if all of them hit and one person doesn't.
Oh my
Like if you
God.
kill the lay, there has to be a
All right, if
consequence.
you kill the lay, I'll come up with it right now. You have to do a TikTok dance.
Oh, I don't know.
Why not?
I would rather bang
we're
Skyline
getting
Chili
there.
on camera.
Yeah,
Okay,
no, wait.
well, when are we
Can we
going to
just
go
go
to
to Ohio?
Skyline Chili? Never.
Can we order it?
Can we just go to
Hold
Ohio?
on, we need to look if we can order
Wait, can
Skyline
we,
Chili.
let's make a road trip to Ohio. This is just an excuse.
They have
Let's make,
they
a road
definitely have
trip to
Skyline
Ohio.
Chili in a
Where
can.
in the hell?
No, that would be so fucking shitty.
Wow, I love what's going on right now.
We have to make a
I'll just
punishment.
have
This is
yeah,
fun.
a TikTok dance. Call it what it is.
Tyler just wants to do a TikTok.
No,
dance.
I personally don't
practice
because I'm confident in mine that it will snap.
Oh my god.
Oh, Sam.
You
So-
can
so
order
sad.
it by the can.
You nasty.
By the
That
can.
shit would taste so foul though. Compared,
Do y'all fuck with chili or no?
I love
No,
chili,
I do
but
not.
not that.
You don't like
shit.
chili?
Nah,
Yeah, what?
not that big of a fan.
What?
All right, boys, we have to kick off. We're running out of time here.
Oh yeah.
We have to get to the rest of these games.
Oh, let's do the pick'ems real quick.
Right, yeah.
We're just
We'll-
gonna go
we'll
through
start-
them, no explanation.
We'll start on your end.
Yep.
New Orleans, Arizona, Thursday Night Football.
Arizona.
Yeah, give me Arizona. Sorry, Dobbs.
Give me the Saints.
Arizona.
All right, I respect you, Dobbs, and what you're doing because you're like me. We're going to ride at their teams
No,
until,
I honestly think that
until the
like,
shoes fall off.
the Saints actually should win this game, like straight up. We've been losing close games to good teams. Beat the Cardinals this week. Beat the Cardinals.
Next up, we have Tampa versus Carolina. Tampa's coming off an absolute stinker out in Heinz Field. Hunter,
No, I'm just kidding. Give me Tampa.
Yeah, give me Tampa by a lot. I think Tom turns it up in the locker room. You already saw some anger on the sideline with him last week. I think they turn it up a notch.
Yeah, if they don't win this game, I think this could send him into retirement, like in mid-season. Vontae Davis Brady, that'd be legendary.
That would that would set the world on fire. By the way,
That would do fucking comedy gold. Yo, Tom, for the boys. No, yeah, I'm going Tampa.
Give me Tampa Bay, but I think it's going to be gross.
gross. Gross for who?
Both teams.
Yeah, I actually think it's gonna be a gross game.
Fair. I could get behind that for sure, 100%. All right, next one up. I think this is an interesting one. Atlanta Falcons versus Cincinnati Bengals.
Hello, Drake London.
Ooh, that is a very bold statement. So I assume you're taking Falcons. That's a bold statement because the Falcons do not like to pass the ball. Rightfully so, because that run scheme, I
just
believe
have him. I don't like him.
I am going with Atlanta as well in a weird one. I'm not confident about it after what the Bengals did last week.
I have no
Sorry,
confidence in
Dobbs again.
Cincy ever.
But yeah, I'm gonna go with Atlanta here.
That's the thing is, I think the Bengals are going to start picking it up now, and it's not that I think the Falcons are going to play them really close, but yeah, I got to go Bengals.
I'm going Cincinnati as well.
Respect. I believe you wanted to be at the top of whatever tower they had in Cincinnati, yelling at Zach Taylor a couple weeks ago. I respect the switcher. No, I'm not saying that you like him, but they're the better team in this matchup.
Yeah.
Almost everywhere.
Pretty much.
Probably
Pretty
everywhere.
much.
Oh my God, it's time to be real.
Is it really?
It's time to be real. We have to be real right
All
now.
right, I'll be real.
Yo,
as
let's be
fuck.
real.
Wait. Am I not looking? I'm looking at you. Yeah.
I don't know.
There we go.
We're being real, bro.
You weren't looking at me, but that's okay. We
You
can.
can redo it.
I mean, I can.
Well, I mean, I need to be
okay.
real.
Let's
as well.
all right. Let's be
All right,
real
right.
real quick. All right,
Bro, you got to be real.
we're being
dude.
real on the pod
Wait,
right
wait,
now.
Can we take
Hey,
this at the
real
same
Oh
time?
yeah, do
boys.
it. Okay,
Wait,
this is
wait.
horrible podcasting.
Real one.
This
All
is bad news, boys.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
We're being real, bro. I can't believe this.
Oh my God, I look horrible.
Yeah, same. What I look like
Oh
that?
my God.
Oh, I've got the trash.
All right,
and the
Does
just
this
stuff.
run it,
Does
Tyler.
this make
All
us
right.
real?
I think it does make us real.
Whenever you say respect, bro, I always think when you type it with the S as the 2.
Oh,
So when you say respect, everyone think of respect spelled with the 2.
oh God. All right. Okay. Hunter's going back again.
Yeah, go ahead.
We left off with Cincy Atlanta. This could be a fun one potentially. I'm not really sure. Detroit going into Dallas. Hunter.
Dallas, obviously. If you pick Detroit, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. I think this is first it's Dak's first game back. Hopefully we're recording this Wednesday.
Fantasy team cheesing. He's
Same.
back.
I'm also a cheeser at that. I love Dak. He's an awesome person. I hope he does well, and I feel like this is a get right game for them. I think they could blow it up. I think they could blow this one up. Knowing how bad Detroit's defense is, I'm going with Dallas.
Yeah, he's literally exactly that shit show of a defense. Love me to some Lions, but I'm sorry, I got to ride with the Cowboys. The Dak attack.
I'm gonna go Dallas. Tony Pollard. I'm begging you, please show up.
Zero RB strategy.
Zero RP strategy has Tony Pollard.
I respect it, but he's a big play guy. So
He's a
like,
big play. Just break
you're
off
hoping
one.
he gets that one.
Just
like,
one.
that
Yeah.
That's
one.
all I need.
And he could against this horrible defense. So
Exactly.
I think you could be all right. You'll be all right there.
Exactly.
Next up, I actually am not sure if I will tune into this one. Green Bay and the Commanders.
The craziest thing, I'm taking Green Bay, but the craziest thing is I could definitely see like Taylor Heineke winning.
Yeah.
After what happened
Yeah,
the last 2
right.
weeks, Taylor Heineke could win.
You're right.
They're
You're so right.
Washington's so due.
due.
They are.
Like-
Well, they beat us. We were there.
That does
That
not
doesn't
fucking
count. That doesn't count.
But like,
that
say-
was the worst game they played all year, and they still won.
but like, due for a win, they got it. But
Why, Bayless? Why, bro?
That's-
why.
don't
how
get
did
me.
Belichick call him raw? Like,
Don't get
He
me
did it
mad.
on purpose.
Don't get me mad again. Hunter went with Green Bay. I have to go Green Bay, but deep down, I don't care for this game. Like to go on my record, I hope Washington wins, but I'm gonna go Green Bay.
no, literally, Tyler. I just had to go Green Bay for my record, but yeah, exactly. If they lose this game, I'd be ecstatic. Go DC.
Yeah, you know I fucking hate DC, so I'm going Green Bay.
And
District of Columbia beef. This is a first.
Fuck.
I really do want this Washington team to win this game because I actually would just like I would dying to see how the Packers fan base would react if they lose this one. Because Giants, Jets, Commanders.
Holy shit.
That's a horrible stretch if they lose those. All right, on to the next one.
That's a historically horrendous stretch.
What if Rodgers is like, oh my God, this trip is still going on? There's no way this is real.
I hope it goes on. I don't know. All right, next one. Houston Texans and the Las Vegas Raiders. Hunter?
I'm taking the Raiders here, but again, I could see the Texans doing it, bro.
I think this
Mills
is the
Mafia.
one. I think this actually is the one we're wrong on.
Damian Pierce is going to run all over them. Maybe. I don't know. I just said that.
I'm going Vegas because I like to think that they're going to get it figured out sooner or later. Their next couple of games are pretty easy, real fast. Let me look this up because this is like they should be chomping at the bite that they're about to have. Their schedule coming up goes Texans, Saints, Jags, Colts, Broncos, Seahawks.
Ooh.
They could get it back together and the band flowing again. And this could be the one to start it off. We'll see. Dobbs, who are you taking?
I mean, it's like I got to take the Raiders, but I think the more I think about this, Mills Mafia is due, man. But logically speaking, I have to go with the Raiders for a multitude of reasons. But Josh McDaniels, man, under fucking whelming.
You know, we've all been picking the same teams. Fuck it.
You're just live switch.
Live switch.
I like
Live
it.
switch.
Fuck it.
I think
Fuck
this is
it.
I think this is the one that I think this.
I don't give a fuck, bro.
What if you end up winning this year
Love
by
these
like one game?
Texans.
Hunter
Well, no, this is what I want to say though. No, hold on.
shit.
But no, before I forget, before I forget, bro. No, time out. Lovie Smith coaching malpractice this week. What the fuck was he on? In front of the media talking about Damian Pierce needs to get 20 plus touches.
You're the one
game.
in charge.
Like, why are you giving away that sauce? Like, because now if you're an opposing D coordinator, all you're doing, I'm looking at my sheet the whole game. I'm like, okay,
It's
he's got
Lovey
6
chess.
fucking carries in the third quarter. He's due for some runs. Like, it's like I feel like what the fuck. I just feel like if you're giving away your sauce, what are you doing?
He's playing 4D chess because Davis Mills and Brandon Cooks are going to have 4 touchdowns now.
I hope shit. No, wait, can it be Nico Collins instead?
That would be raw.
Because
All
I'm
right.
starting this
No,
week.
it's gonna
All
be
right.
one of those random Jordan Atkinson games. the third string tight end is gonna get like 2 touchdowns. All right, let's move on.
You're
All
right.
right.
You're too right.
Next one. This could have some fire in it. Maybe some points, little point action. I like it. Seahawks going into Los Angeles to face the Chargers. Hunter?
I'm going Seattle. I
Oh,
like Gino, and you know how I picked Denver against them last week, and they almost won. I'm not in on the Chargers until they prove it to me. I'm not in.
All right. I do not agree with you. I'm kidding. I do. They are pretty banged up, but give me the Chargers. Hopefully, this is Herbert's get right game again. I mean, last week or Monday night was pretty bad, but that comes into Joe Lombardi being dog shit because he doesn't call anything past 10 yards. Familiar
Nagy.
with one of my friends that was in Chicago a couple years ago. That's bald. Dobbs, who are you taking?
Bald.
So I got to take Chargers, but unconfidently because JC Jackson, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck?
Yeah.
And Seahawks are going to toss the ball all around and
You
I
got to
see
figure
them
it out.
tossing for like 30, 35 points on the Chargers straight up. Like it could be one of those days.
The Chargers have some serious problems.
DK is actually due to cook.
Yeah, I just can't pick against them. So
Oh, you can. You just picked Houston.
Yeah, low key.
You just
I
pick
think I'm
Houston.
switching.
You
I'm
can
live
pick
switching.
against
I'm going
them.
to the Seahawks right now.
all right, if
Wow.
Dobbs is doing it, then I'll just stay just to keep it.
You inspired me.
Yeah,
You're
This
right.
is
just follow the herd.
That's crazy, bro.
Don't think for yourself.
That-
I'm switching immediately. All I picture was DK going for 150. DK's going to go for 150 on JC, and then this.
I
the
hope
rest
so.
Is just going to just explode.
Jettas is on a bye, and I'm playing DK this week.
hello,
spicy.
hello, live flip Roonies. Whatever. All right. We have 2 left. They are the primetime games. Pittsburgh
The last second.
going into Miami with some uncertainty at quarterback right now for Pittsburgh. Hunter?
Tua Anon to death.
They're gonna be there at the
Respect.
game.
They are.
Yeah, or the head honcho of the 2 and on.
Account.
Yeah, he said we're gonna be there.
What if his mask like slips off?
Look for us.
Yeah, I'm going Miami. I can't take the Steelers here. It'd be so blasphemous to me because those boys run wild.
It's good to
17 and
yeah.
10. Those boys can run, and they're scary. And if Pittsburgh doesn't have their secondary back, it ain't happening 2 weeks in a row.
Facts.
With that luck. So, Dobbs.
So I just like Miami, and I just want to make one good point that I wanted to make earlier, just because it's true. Dude, Tyreek Hill, I think, is the first player in NFL history who actually plays better than a character in Madden. And like, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so you know how in Madden, you eventually just have a guy for like 99 speed, franchise mode. You literally know if you just toss him a drag route, he's going to go for like 15, 20 yards. Like, you don't have to scheme anything up besides him getting open. Like, he actually is a video game in real life. Like, where you're like, yeah, that'd be a 4-yard gain for everyone else, but like, it just, yeah, it's why he literally just needs it in his hands. Like, what dude is a video game character.
He is. He has been. And you know what the best thing about You Don't Know Ballet? You watch the games from noon, 3 legs hit, 4th leg, prime time. You need Tyreek Hill to hit a hundo, and he's going to do it. You know how good of the feeling that's going to be? You got
when you're
3
doing
legs.
a TikTok dance?
You got 3.
I don't know who it would be.
I might jinx myself right here, but I'm just so confident in Tyreek that, like, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be great to see Miami
here
prime
for it.
time. I'm excited. Miami, fins up.
Respect. Oh,
The fins up. Is that how they? Is that
Me and
what
Hunter
fins?
both just did that. Like,
Simultaneously.
we just knew.
It was
My,
kinda- it was
my
kinda-
fin
it
was
was
fucked
kinda
up. I
weird.
did it at the same time as you guys, but I like
You went 2
I
hands.
like shark fin. Yeah, wait, I was like the wrong type of fin. We're like sharks.
It's the fucking. Isn't there like a hockey team that's like the Sharks?
San
Yeah,
Jose.
San
San
Jose
Jose
Sharks.
Sharks. Stops doing the
Low
San
key
Jose
Blackhawks arch rival for a little minute there in the,
Really?
in the
Yeah, they
I
history.
don't fucking know.
They
Know
were
shit
back in the
about
day.
hockey.
All right. The last game, my
Just skip this
favorite
one.
game, the best game of the week. The Chicago Bears heading into New England to eat some clam chowder. Hunter, what do you got here?
New England by a lot. It's
That's absolutely disgusting. Since we went to the game last week together as
And
Bears
we
buddies,
watched Carson Wentz fucking beat us on 99 yards. That should tell you everything you need to know. Fucking Bill Belichick just put up 38 with Bailey Zappi.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever, dude. You know where I'm going. I'm gonna do it all 17
Bear
weeks.
down.
Bear down, baby. That's what it is. I'm scared.
Bear the
I'm-
fuck down,
Yes,
Tyler.
Bear down. I am scared to death of what Bill has cooking in his lab for Justin
He's giving nightmares.
and that offensive line and those weapons. I'm very scared, but nonetheless, I'm riding with my boys. I'll always ride with them. Don't matter. They could be playing the undefeated Dolphins team that back in 1972, whatever it was. I'll still take.
Give
the
me a
Bears.
Bears roar. Give me a roar.
Roar.
Mm.
It's 10 o'clock, man. I don't got much energy.
Don't
here.
wake up my.
Hunter, I'm taking
Yeah,
the
I-
alternate spread. Whatever you take, just let me know. This is gonna be a throwout classing unless there's like witchcraft in the air, like in Foxborough.
There is. Trust me. I just said it there.
You know what? I'm taking
Okay.
Chicago, and I've seen
Fuck yeah,
I've
fuck
seen
yeah.
I've seen the crystal ball. I know how the Bears are going to win this because every single game that you go up against an opponent, I don't care what team it is, one team you're going to be bringing up tricks. You're going to be bringing up things that you think you have the edge in. If you don't do that against a team that is run by Bill Belichick knows what you're going to try and do. So if you just come with no game plan at all and you just play straight up like, hey, my guys might be better than your guys, we might win this game. Justin, let them loose. What I'm trying to say is that if the Bears don't get so cute, just run, keep the ball in Justin's hands, make Justin lose the game for us. And I think you do that in a quarterback, he'll respect that. He'll bounce back. He'll play well. He can do it. I have faith.
One thing I also wanted to note from last week's Bears game, I saw an option designed for Carson Wentz, but I didn't see it for Fields. I believe Justin runs a 4.3, 4.4. Not sure what Carson Wentz's time is, but it's not that fast. If that's not alarming, I don't know what the hell is because they're making him run a read option. So
I don't think Luke Getzey knows what that is, guys. I think
Yeah, I'm
you're
not
giving him
sure
too much
either.
credit by assuming he I don't think he actually is like knows what it is. I
No,
think
probably not.
I mean, but
but-
did Rodgers ever run?
well, that's two different quarterbacks.
But I'm saying like
this is one of the faster quarterbacks in the league.
I agree, but I'm saying did he really like switch up his system that
But
much?
this is
A
this is
good
what-
coach
this is
would
what makes a
coach
great
to their
coach.
players' strengths.
Yup.
But that's
I never
ve-
said he was a good coach.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. That's where it's hard for Bears coaches to get that wrapped around their head. example Nagy, example Getsy, example
Connor,
all
with
these.
what you were saying, if the Bears just come with no game plan,
We're
they
gonna
did
get-
that for 4 years. So
That's literally what I was thinking. I swear to, I'm like,
That's facts.
What are you talking? Wait, what are you talking about?
Nagy.
They had a game plan, hitch routes,
Cute as hell.
slants.
Yeah.
oh, they
Cutest
had,
little
they had a game
game.
plan, turning it over in the red zone.
That was awesome.
No rhythm for the effort.
It's
Do
all,
you-
it
do
was
you-
awesome.
Do you ever think Urlacher called up Nagy and was like, "Yo, I got this sick hair company that would definitely sponsor
Stop.
Bro, Nagy's seeing those billboards
Oh my
on the
God.
way to the
you."
stadium.
If I
man.
saw a Nagy billboard like Urlacher driving, I would crash on the highway.
I would crash.
I
from
I know
would-
they
that,
sent
yeah.
him an
That's
email.
a cursed
Like
image.
they at least went like, "Hey, you might want to."
They
While
probably-
you're hot, coach of the year. Yeah, get him on a fucking.
I can't believe he
billboard.
won that. Now he's a quarterback coach.
Coach of the year.
He's
He's got the best QB give.
He's
gig
the
as well.
reason that Mahomes is good.
I'll always ride.
I can't
or
even
die
say that
my
with a straight
guy.
face. I'm kidding
Yeah, he's
you.
obvious. No, obviously.
I'm kidding
he's-
to all of you guys. Don't take that serious. I'm just
Okay.
tooting your horn.
I'm Nagy's number 101, one of one, me
You're the only.
and Matt
The-
Nagy.
Matt
the only
Nagy
one on the
actually had a
ship.
McDonald's ad in a McDonald's hat. Like people did not have to Photoshop that.
It's
Yeah.
it's the background of my phone.
Wait, that's actually a real thing.
Yeah.
Oh fuck!
It was
no.
like right before he was getting fired too. That's
Shout out
why
McDonald's,
it was bad.
man. Hey, that quarter pounder be hitting. I can't front on him.
Anything
Yes,
else? Anything
yes.
else we want to add before we send this
McNaggy
out?
burger?
That would have been some gas.
It's just like bread, nothing
Oh,
else.
we didn't
cooked
even bring
bread
up
and pickles and mustard.
we didn't even bring up our solemn fallen soldier, Dylan Fenn, still out there in the
Oh,
we
mountains.
yeah,
have not
actually-
heard from him
Now,
in
what's,
days.
what's the Bobcat body count? Does anyone have a?
Oh, he
Bobcat body count?
I actually
He
have,
has to have
I
filed them out
have,
by
I
now.
have bad news. I think he turned into Bear Grylls.
Oh, is he living out in the wild now?
Yeah, he's probably just making fires. And, I don't know, man.
Taking
he's-
It
pictures
didn't
of
rain
moose.
this week, right? That firewood's still dry. He's still.
He's
Yeah.
out there. He's hanging with Cole Beasley right now.
Bees knees.
We need to get Cole Beasley as a guest.
That'd be wild.
That would be wild.
I think this wraps it up.
Yeah, it's got to wrap it. up.
Yeah.
Shout out, hey Cole Beasley, you heard the invite.
Shout out Bobcats.
Thanks for listening, everyone that's tuned in.
Give a
We're-
prayer for Dylan.
Also, my mom made cookies last week, but they're not gluten free, so Dylan couldn't eat them. So my mom made gluten free ones just for him, and then he
He's
didn't.
not
come.
here.
How fake of him.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's bogus.
So
And I
But-
brought cake pops for everybody.
yeah, those were fire.
He's a real one. Yeah, he gave me. I didn't know they had cookies and cream.
Bye.
I'll give us a correct send off. Thank you for listening, enjoying this. Hopefully, week 7 is better than week 6
It
because
won't
week
be.
6 was a stinker. Hoping for good football. Thanks, guys.
Peace.